All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. And ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Snap.
Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Watson on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They run with Powell. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
Throwing on second down. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. Third and 10. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run. This is Powell. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On 1st down, Powell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
We got 4. We got 4.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dumps off to Powell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
4 down, 4 down.
Throwing again is Watson. James has got it. Complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 13 yards on his 1st catch. It's a 1st down as well. To the air yet again. Watson. Flush touchdown, Bears.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Ready? 10 too soft. Come on, D. Put on. 5.
Second and 14. Carrying it out deep for Smith. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
Let's go, baby.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field. Now you turn.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Second and 6. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down, Vikings.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Hey, seam 6. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Let's go. 30 base.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into victory.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The open man is Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 25.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Ready.
Now they try the right side here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready, break.
Mike's 50. Watch the run.
Let's go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyler Conklin in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's able to find Diggs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Know your job.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
Vikings at 50. Check my 50. I got one. Let's go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally.
Minnesota.
Okay, ready?
50, Mike's 50. Watch the backer. Kill.
Shoot. General West. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Snags it for the pick. He's at the 50. 30. 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 44 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 3rd down, Bowser, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here's Powell. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract. For this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On play action, they'll throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
70, Indy.
I got you. I got you.
Snap.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
And 7 yards to go.
The Vikings on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Watch X3, 218, chopper. Smooth. Shoot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
17. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight end right.
They'll go again to Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating some...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Roquan Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And this one complete to Smith. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Down. 30 base.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy,